Eurydice is about loss and it's about love. It's about what you cannot take with you from this life into whatever follows. And it's also a memory space. It's a kind of limbo or bardo in which the characters encounter their loved ones in an alternate dimension and maybe say things to each other that they couldn't say in life.
I think Doug said something like, the real romance of the show is between Eurydice and the father. And when I read it, I felt the same way. I felt so sort of drawn to this relationship, and it was so touching. And I think some of the most touching moments in the show really happen between them. And, when we, even as adults, when we come into interaction with our parents, we're connected to our childhood as well. And so I think there is something about Eurydice in this version that is somewhat childlike.
This is one of those opera moments that I think everyone will love, because it's an eternal story about eternity, and there's a kind of a place for everyone to map themselves onto any of the characters, because I think they're so broad. I mean, every one of these characters means something. And if you think you don't like contemporary opera, I would say two things. Every opera that you ever heard was contemporary when it was written, and this is just one now. And this is one of the most listenable and delightful operas that I've heard of our time.